I would like to summarize the mesh by using this circuit, and then I will make some adjustment to the element in order to summarize of all the sections in the slide. So this is the circuit. As you can see, in order to do the solution, then you have to decide on numbers of equations. So firstly, besides the loop, numbers of loop. So as shown in here, the circuit do not consist any dependent source, either super mesh. So just mark with I1, I2, and I3. And after you done this one, and then you just calculate the number of equations. So the numbers of loop is equal to numbers of equation. For the first equation, we do the KVL at the first loop, which is the loop I1. Assume all the currents that flowing into the resistor is positive voltage. So KVL at I1 is equal to the minus 10 plus 2 I1. And then for the 3 is sharing the current with I1 and I2. Because of I1 is dominant, therefore I1 will be subtract the I2. And then it should be equal to the 0. And then for the KVL at I2, the middle loop, you can see that 3 is sharing the current with I1 and I2. So because of the I2 is dominant, therefore I2 will be subtract with the I1. Till I2 minus I1 plus with 4 I2, and then plus with 5 is sharing the current with I2 and I3. I2 minus I3, and then it should be equal to the 0. And then for the third loop, which is KVL at I3, so 5 I3 is dominant, minus with I2 plus with 6 I3 plus with 5 volt is equal to the 0. And then after this, you have to group the equations and then rearrange to the Cramer's, and then solve it using the calculator. What happens if I change the 5 volt independent voltage source to the dependent voltage source? So I choose as a 2 Ix, for example. So Ix is, I choose here, Ix. So what happened with the equation? As you can see that there will be some change that you need to do, which is, this is happens at the loop 3, which is here. As you can see that the 5 times with the I3 minus I2 plus 6 I3, and you can see that there is something that you have to change, which is the 5 here. What you can do is you just delete these ones and then change it with the 2 Ix for the voltage. So it will be equal to the 0. Because of this circuit consists of dependent source, so this is a dependent voltage source. There will be constraint equation. So this one there will be some additional equation that you have to provide into the original equation. So constraint equation will be what is Ix? Okay. So as you can see here is Ix is shows in the at the branch 4 ohm. So Ix is equal to I2. So this is the examples if the circuit consists of dependent source. So now I would like to change the circuit again so that it will consist of super mesh. So I change the 5 ohm here. And I choose this one as a 2M. As you can see here, in order to identify the super mesh, there is a current source in between the current loop or current meshes. So from here, you can see that for the first loop, it's the same equation, but then for the second loop, there will be a slightly changes because of you have to combine the equations of loop I2 and then loop I3. So KVL at super mesh. So 3 is same equation, 4 is same equation, but then here, okay, you have to delete this one and then you have to add the equations here and here. As you can see that we are doing a summations of voltage at this loop without considering the middle one. So therefore, the 6 will be this one and also this one. This one will be still it. So plus with 6I3 plus with 2Ix, so equal to 0. Because of the circuit consists of super mesh, therefore there will be some additional equation which is we call that as a super mesh equations to show that what is the equation for the 2M here. What is the equations of the 2M in terms of I2 and I3? So we delete this one. And then just additional equation. Add additional equation which is a super mesh equation. Which is the I2, the directions of I2 is same as the directions of 2M. Therefore, I2 minus I3 is equal to 2. So this is the equation for the circuit with super mesh. What happens if I change the current source here to be a dependent current source and then I change this one to be 2 Vx. So Vx is here. So there will be some additional equation which is there is another constant equation. So we just change the equation here. So it will become 2Vx, and then another constraint equation because of the dependent current source constraint equation. So what is Vx? So Vx is I1 times with 2. So 2I1. So there is another equation, and then the totals of equation will be 5 equation. That's all.